All right, y'all. This is going to be a quicker stream than usual. May God bless everybody in the mighty name of Jesus, the Messiah, Yeshua HaMashiach. I will be right back. Shout out to Jeff Slicer, who's buying the dip today. The money is on its way out of his bank. Yeah, guys, definitely a lot of awesome opportunity right now. Right now. And I have to be honest with y'all. I was definitely in a long this morning when I first woke up. Now I'm in a short because we're getting some downward momentum. But here we got 53 seconds left. Yeah, FOMO into the like button, y'all. This could be the bottom of the like button. This is the time to FOMO into it. Just got to get a few more things right here ready, and then we will be live in 37 seconds. All right, y'all, we are live. Welcome, welcome. For everybody who was here last night for that crazy Bible study stream / crypto analysis, hey, shout out to y'all. So yeah, I want to just quickly go over my take on the markets, what I think is happening, some of the targets that I have. Right now, guys, I was long. I was long last night. I probably got in somewhere around 48 something. I had a buy order that got hit automatically when I was asleep. And when I woke up, I was in this long here, and when I saw that we were coming up to a resistance for Ethereum and Bitcoin, I entered a scalp short. I'm currently in that short, and to be honest with you guys, I do have a trailing stop loss on this short, just to ensure I'm in profit, because I don't know, I cannot monitor the trade right now, but I just want to ensure I'm in profit. In the Discord, I was posting earlier that, we have some resistance coming up for Ethereum. This is where I entered the short. I was hoping to get up to the 21 EMA. However, we did not. So when we rejected off of this 23.05, this is where I entered after that rejection. But I was taking profits. I have been taking profits on this short. Just quickly, let's go to the daily time frame, take a look at Market Cipher for Bitcoin. Clearly it looks like we are starting to come in and form some type of a bottom. The VWAP is trading horizontally, which means we're still, at a point as far as the daily time frame goes of having what I would assume is more downward momentum, right? When we look at the VWAP historically, when it's horizontal on the daily, below the zero line, it usually means we have some more downward movement to go. As many of you know, my ultimate target here is the $43,000 level. to get in a really nice long. However, I have, I have buy orders, and these were the primary region that I was looking to long for potential bottoms. So firstly, there's this level right here around the $50,000 level. Clearly that trade was not a good trade. Then down here at the $49,400 level, and this is $49,400. That's kind of where we're at right now. But right around that area where some of my buy orders got triggered, because I don't just put one, I put a few. Those got triggered, and that's how I ended up in a long this morning. And then a really nice target that I have is down here at the $43,000 level. And the reason I really want to see that $43,000 level is because I believe there's a lot of confluence there. First of all, as many of us know, it is the target of the rising wedge that we were all watching right here that was forming like this. That is just the technical target of the rising wedge, is the $43,000 level. Also, the $43,000 level is the all-time high, back from January, before we had this massive consolidation. And honestly, guys, what I'm kind of thinking is, we're going to have something kind of like this before we get another run up. And so we come down, we come up, we reject off of that again, we consolidate, everyone's freaking out, and then, we come back up. Another reason why I really like that $43,000 level is because if we just pull out our fib, pull it out in public, and we take it from the swing low to the swing high of this whole move from this January correction, what do we have? We have the 618 Fibonacci retracement right here. Super googly is if you're scared, perhaps you should not do it, man. If you're scared, perhaps you should not do it. Shouldn't be forced to do anything you don't want to do. Yeah, so there's just a lot of confluence down here. There's a lot of confluence down in this area. It's a very strong area of support because it was an all-time high, and then it got flipped back into support. So it was resistance here at the all-time high, and then the February crash, it was acting as support. And then if we go to the weekly time frame, and we take a look, that 618 area, the $43,000 level, is also the 21 exponential moving average. And as if any of you were here for the stream last night, you guys know that when we get down to these bull markets, oftentimes we will test that 21 EMA on the weekly time frame and get a nice bounce off of it We have not tested the 21 EMA this entire bull market. So that's just something to keep in mind. It's something to keep in mind. That's why I like that target so much, to enter a long. Of course, we could come down again to this other Fibonacci level right here, around the $35,000 level. This was, not only is it a Fibonacci level, but it's also a weekly support and resistance level. We can see that it was acting as resistance, and then support, and then resistance, and then resistance again. So for 4 weeks, we were trading on that $35,000 level. 35,000 is the absolute lowest that I think we will go, and that's just me. Of course, we could go lower. But if we take a look at what is happening now, we can see that we are kind of getting a bounce off the 0.5 region. Not quite. I would like to see an actual bounce before I consider that a bounce. But in my mind right now, if Bitcoin is not able to come up above 50K and hold it for now, we're going to go back down and retest the 47 level. So right now I'm short on Bitcoin. Like I said, I have a trailing stop. My target is 47K for right now. I think we're going to go back and retest that level. When we go down to the smaller time frames, okay, the 4 hour on Bitcoin is looking very, very nice for a bullish scenario. We have formed a double bottom, and this time money flow is in the red. We have a very low wave right here. It has not been this low since the Corona dump. and we have snake eyes on the 4-hour. And if we just go back and look at previous dumps for Bitcoin, like the one that we had back in January, we can see that, we had the initial dump, which brought us down, and then we had another dump, which brought us down to this big wave below the negative 60 line with a confirmed bottom on the 4-hour. And from this point onward, yes, we came down more and we traded sideways more. However, from this point onward, we were getting the upward momentum while we were trading sideways. So what I think is going to happen, assuming that the bull market is going to continue, is that we will probably come down more. We will consolidate and trade sideways within a range for a while, which will give us nice longs and shorts within a range. Of course, this is all hypothetical, and what we want to see is we want to see momentum building up while we're trading sideways. We want to see the momentum building up over time, and that's how we know, we're going to come back up. So if we're looking at the 4-hour time frame, I don't think we're going to get a crazy bounce like we're all waiting for. I think we are going to bottom out. I will be entering, a swing long position if we come down to 43 and just kind of hold it there with low leverage, y'all. Low leverage. I'm very big into low leverage trading. It will save you in these kinds of volatile markets, because the thing is, even if, let's say, you longed the bottom right here and you got this bounce and you got in after the bounce, right? Well, we end up coming back down. If you're going to hold that as a swing long position for a long time, just because you catch the bottom doesn't mean it's the bottom, right? Even if it's around the bottom, we still had to come back down and retest that before we came up. So, wow, a lot of liquidated Bitcoin longs. Yes, so 43K, and even still, like I said, I'm currently short on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I'm being very careful. I have a trailing stop. I am not going to lose these trades. I am not going to lose these trades. But I think we are going to come back down and test at least the 0.5 Fibonacci around 47, 46.8, because we rejected off 50K, which in my mind was a very poignant, important level. So if we just mark out some levels, obviously we have the 47K level right here, which is also, it's not only is it a Fibonacci, the 0.5, but it's also a daily support. It's also a daily support level right there. Then we have, of course, the 51 level, which is a daily support. Hang on, I have to make this bigger. And so really the way we should be looking to trade this right now is when we come down, first of all, we need to mark out our levels on a chart. We need to mark out our support and resistance levels. I have them marked out for Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you don't know how to do that, go back and watch some of my other content. I don't have time to get into it today. Mark out your support and resistance levels, and when we come to a support, you can look for a scalp long, and potentially that could turn into your swing long if that's the bottom. And when we come to a resistance, you look for a short. That's why, this morning I was looking for shorts, because what was happening, we were coming up to a resistance, and people freak out. Don't buy high and sell low. You want to short resistances and buy supports. You want to short resistances and buy supports, and it will allow you to get into some really nice scalp trades, right? Shout out to the Moon Crypto, who says Bitcorn. Yes, Bitcorn. Memory Man says we will need a gift from God to continue the bull run. Everything we have is a gift from God, Memory Man, right? But I personally don't think the bull run is over. I do not. I think we have a lot of great support at 43K, and I don't think it's over. I really don't. We have that cushy room. We have that cushy room to retest the 21 EMA. We have that cushy room. Like I was saying, we go back to the previous bull run, which I can't actually see on Bybit because it's not here on Bybit. Bybit doesn't go back that far. But on the weekly time frame, if we go to the BLX, we can see that during this previous bull run, and remember, the bull run lasted a long time, right? It was from, December 2016 all the way to December 2017. It lasted a whole year. And so when did this bull run start? Officially, I would say December, when we broke out of 20K. So really, if we're going to take this from, the start of this thing, or even you could even say we started back in May 2016. I mean, I remember when in 2016 Bitcoin was making some crazy gains. I was hodling back then. And what month is it right now? It is right now. We're heading into the summer. We're in the spring. So back then we had this massive bull run, and then we had this massive correction down here to the 1 week 21 EMA. And at this period of time, this looked really bad, right? It looked really bad. But then we have this other massive move up, and then we have another correction, and then we have this massive parabolic where Bitcoin doubles in a week from 10K to 20K. I think we're going to experience something like this at the end of this bull market, guys, where we have these massive candles. That's just what I am awaiting. That's what I am awaiting. And we shall see. We shall see. We do need to cool off. If we want this bull market to continue, we need to cool off. Ethereum looking not the best on the weekly. But Ethereum, in my mind, is a little bit more bully than Bitcoin. Because we are, even though we've lost the 55 EMA and have rejected off of it, we're not that far gone. Money flow is still in the green for Ethereum. And Ethereum was looking very bullish yesterday morning. On the daily, we're holding support at the 21 EMA, which is an important sign. Okay, that's an important sign that we're holding this support right here. Shout out to the Harrison clan, who says, those who smash the Jason Casper like button will find favor with God and with man. He will not despise a broken and contrite like button. Ari sold all his coins for profit. Now he's shorting all the way down. Yeah, guys, it's very important in these bull markets that we're taking profit while we're in profit, right? All the way up. Every time Bitcoin reaches a new all-time high, I take profit out. Not of my hodling Bitcoin, but of the Bitcoin that I just have lying around in my trading account. I take some out for profit. So for Ethereum, let me put on my Ethereum chart here. Ethereum, this is what we're looking at here. So again, I was long for Ethereum, and then when I saw that we were coming up to this resistance level right here, this is where I entered my short. I was hoping that we were going to come up and test the 21 EMA. That's what I posted about in the Discord. I'm like, we have some resistance. Let's, I was looking to come up to the 21 EMA. Didn't happen. Rejected. So I am currently out of the Bitcoin long. Out of the Ethereum long, in an Ethereum short, and really just the same thing that we're going to do for Bitcoin and Ethereum. We have to remember, if we are in if we're in a downtrend, we're looking to short off the resistances, off the 21 EMA on the 4-hour, and we can enter these trades with confidence, right? We're in a downtrend. Just look at the past. We come up, we test the EMAs, get a drop down. Come up, test the EMAs, get a drop down. It's not going to happen every time, right? Eventually, we're going to cross back up. But in the meantime, you can get in some really nice positions just by marking out your levels. And if you're saying, okay, we're coming down to a support, let me look for a long. We're coming up to a resistance, let me look for a short. And then your trade has a very clear entry and exit. Like, for example, for me, even though I have a trailing stop loss on this because I'm not going to have time to really monitor this trade, and I don't know how much farther it's going to come down, I don't want to lose. I have a lot of stuff to do today. What you can do is, and what I did too, once I saw we were rejecting off that, I enter my short here. I put my stop loss above the last swing high. It's a very, very clear stop loss, because if we're really rejecting if we come back up and regain this resistance as support, I need to get out of the trade because it means the ceiling is now the floor and we're going to keep going up. But if we reject, that means we're coming back down. And so I can be confident in this entry. It's about finding the good entries. What you don't want to do is go down to a small time frame without support and resistance and try and like enter trades willy-nilly. That you're going to get shredded up doing the willy-nilly entries. You are going to get shredded up. I promise you. If you find yourself with brain fog because you've been staring at a screen too long, you need to take a break and stop trading. You need to make sure you're clear, get some coffee, have a workout, do some squats, do some deadlifts, do some bench presses, do some overhead presses, do some weighted dips, some weighted pull-ups, do some farmer's walks. If you're a farmer, take some buckets of water to go water the garden and walk. Get the blood pumping. Make sure the brain is clear. Drink some water. I don't know if you guys ever heard of water. If you have, drink some. It's a good drink. People say it's bad for you. I don't think so. What's this? Yeah. This is my prime entry for BTC, the 43K level. It's the 618 of the whole move from our last major consolidation. Also, if we do come down to that level, one more thing I do want to say. If we do come down to that level for Bitcoin, not only is it the 618 and the 21 EMA of the weekly, but it's also come down to 43K. It's a 32% correction, 33% correction. And the last major correction that we had for Bitcoin back in January was about a 32% correction. If I'm not mistaken, let's pull out our measuring rod. Yep, it was a 31, almost 32% correction. So those types of corrections are totally normal in the bull run. We've become very overextended, right? We've been losing steam. We've seen the bearish divergences forming on the daily, on the weekly. I really believe coming down to that level will give us the juice we need to continue on with the bull market. And I think that those of us who are trading this wisely, meaning we're not freaking out, but we're coming up with a plan as we see Bitcoin coming to different support and resistance levels, where we're looking to enter longs and shorts, or if you're just in a swing short on the way down, that's fine. We come back up on the 4 hour to the 21 EMA, to this resistance. Look for a short. I'm not saying too short. I'm saying look for a short. How do we look for a short? How do we look for a long? The way we do it is we take a look at Market Cipher and see if we can see something. We come down to this level here. We know we're coming to a support. We're coming to a Fibonacci level. We see that the 4 hour is starting to form a bottom. That's where we go down to the 3 minute and we take a look. What can we see on the 3 minute? Do we see anything significant? Absolutely. We see divergence, direction, and a money flow crossover. We see divergence, direction, and a money flow crossover. What I mean by that is divergence. We see the price is coming down, right? We see that momentum on our oscillator is coming up. We see a clear direction of the money flow starting to cross back up. This is what we're looking for. We want to see divergence, direction, and a money flow crossing. And you could have waited to enter here. You could have waited to enter here. You could have entered here when you saw the money flow looked like it was going to cross. It depends on how much risk you want to take. Obviously, the more confirmations you wait for, the less of a good entry you will get, and that's the give and take of good entries. Is if you really want that perfect entry, you need to make sure that you have a good stop loss in place, because you're probably not going to see your confirmations yet. Even though Market Cipher is a great indicator, it's all indicators lag. Market Cipher is in a league of its own when it comes to lag, but meaning that there's very little lag on Market Cipher. But even on the 1 minute, this is just so clear, right? We see price coming down, we see momentum clearly coming up, and of course, we're not just going to look for this willy-nilly. We're going to wait until we come down to some kind of a support or a resistance level, and I don't have my real levels marked out on this chart here. I do not, guys. These are not my real levels. I just kind of put these on in this video, but I removed my levels. I have to redo them. I want to redo them by hand. I don't have time to do it now. But this is how we're going to find those good entries. When we come up to a resistance, right? If you're looking for a short, we come down, we lose a support, we're unable to hold that support, we're trading on it. What are you going to look for? On the lower time frames, you're going to look for divergence, direction, and a money flow crossover. Okay, let's see if we can see that here on Market Cipher B. And it'll be sometimes, it'll be harder on the lower time frames to trade in the direction of the larger trend. It's easier to find a reversal, but we can even still see here. We can see that price is coming up, right? Price is coming up, momentum is coming down, right? You guys see that right here? Price is coming up. After we're retesting, remember we just lost the support. Now we're retesting the support. The price is trying to see, are we going to have the strength to regain this resistance as support? Well, momentum is coming down on the oscillator. What does that tell us? It tells us no, we're losing strength. And Bitcoin's trying to break through the ceiling. It's losing strength. It's getting tired. We don't have a money flow crossover, but we see what's happening is it almost gets a crossover and then it gets more deep again. And when we see it getting lower, the money flow cross is getting lower after the divergence. We're seeing a direction, and you can enter the trade when we get that rejection off of this support, and you see clearly, okay, money flow is coming back down. Let me enter my short position here, put my stop loss above the last swing high, and you take it down. Or if you want to wait for even more confirmation, maybe you wait until you start to see that we printed a red trigger wave here, and we just clearly see the red coming down like this. That's where you would want to enter. That's how we're going to do it. If you try and overcomplicate it and you're not waiting for price to come to support or resistance levels, and you're not being patient, and you're freaking out, and you're flipping your position long short on every little candle trying to find the bottom, you're going to get sliced. You're going to get sliced. You got to wait. And when you're doing this, take profit while you're in profit. If you're going to be scalping these little moves on the way down, take profit while you're in profit. Remember the shorts. As long as the 4-hour is bullish, the shorts are going to be better than the longs. Until we come back up and we confirm over the EMAs, then you're going to start prioritizing the longs. But as long as we're flipped bearish, especially on this daily time frame, right? As long as we're below the EMAs, you're going to be looking for those short positions more so. Back to the 4-hour on Bitcoin. This is a good sign, guys, because money flow is in the red, so it might come down more. We don't know, but we know the end is in sight now. And when we start to see the money flow on the 4-hour curving up, when we start to see the money flow on the 3-hour curving up, when we've determined that we printed an actual bottom, and we can see upward direction on the money flow both to the right and to the left, like let's say, for example, this is the bottom. We draw a vertical line right here. We will be able to see direction on the money flow this way and this way, and that's how we identify, okay, this is the bottom. This is the bottom. Okay, it might not be here, right? Money flow might come down even more, and then we might find out that the bottom was actually here. The anchor waves help us determine the bottom, but remember, they're not giving us the bottom, they're giving us a bottom. And what can help is, like if we go back to January, where we had that big dump right here, if we just outline the money flow and kind of see in hindsight that when we start to see direction to the left and to the right, you could kind of say that happened right here. It wasn't really the anchor wave that gave us our bottom as much as it was the overall money flow of Market Cipher. We need to use these things in conjunction with each other. So, yeah. Willie is still at a long at 50K. Shout out to you, Willie. Yeah, I'm not in any kind of swing trade right now. I am just, honestly, I have my orders set at low levels, and I'm going to be treating them as scalp trades until I get more confirmations that we're going to go up. And then if we continue to go up, what I like to do is I like to take profits out, put them back in when we come down lower. That's what I like to do. Thank you guys for being here. Shout out to everybody who's in the chat. Guys, like the video. We have over 1,000 people in here, only 250 likes. Like the video, guys. FOMO into the Jason Casper like button. Jason Casper like button is at the bottom. It is going to get a huge bounce. A huge bounce. A huge bounce, for sure. And actually, let me see if I can find a picture of the Jason Casper like button on Market Cipher. Let me see if I can. Yeah, I can right here, guys. Check it out. This is the Jason Casper like button chart on Market Cipher. You can see only green dots. Only green dots, only green money flow. My like button is blasting off to the moon. Here's the price action going up consistently. Also, guys, if you want to learn how to trade and you're new, go to jasoncaspertrading.com. This is a comprehensive trading course. It'll teach you everything you need to know to become a confident, profitable trader. How to find good entries, how to use Market Cipher. It will teach you technical analysis. Link in the description of the video. You can check out these testimonials. This is the outline of the course. We go over all technical analysis. We go over Market Cipher for 3 whole sessions. We teach you trading strategies that are proven to be profitable for complete beginners. Also, guys, if you don't have Market Cipher yet, I have a sweet 5% discount in the description of the video if you use my link. Also, if you have not yet signed up to Bybit, they are offering these super deals where you can get up to $1,600 plus 15% interest yearly if you use my affiliate link. Is that all my shills? Yep, that's all I have to shill. That's all I have to shill, guys. May you guys be blessed in the name of Yeshua, in the name of Jesus, and receive this blessing in Hebrew. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom, which in English means, may the Lord bless you and protect you and keep you. May he cause his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. B'Shem Yeshua HaMashiach, Elohei Yisrael, in the name of Jesus, the Messiah, the God of Israel, amen. I pray that you guys are blessed. Shout out to Fire77. Yeah, Shabbat Shalom, brother. It is the Shabbat tonight. Baruch Hashem. Shout out to Rebin Esther, who says, hey, Jay, take a look at BLX Market Cipher B on the monthly. Looks interesting compared to other bull runs. I will check that out. Shout out to El Professor, who says, USA, you are stupid people with idiot president. Well, you're right, man. What can I say? We are pretty stupid as in general. I mean, I cannot disagree with you. Okay. As for the president goes, hey, you know, I don't get political up in here. But I don't have any comment. Okay. Daniel Safari, I'm just short. I'm short on Bitcoin and ETH right now. I'm out of my longs. So I'm looking for lowers. I have buy order set. Where's Creepy Joe in the chat, man? Shout out to Creepy Joe, who sometimes comes in this chat. Love that guy. Yeah. Sometimes Creepy Joe will come in the chat and all right, guys. Peace.